Okay, we've got a monitor lizard. Let's motor in really, really slow. Got it. Hold it still, hold it still.
Bring him on the boat.
Bringing him up, hold on. I don't have him under control yet. Whoa, look out, look out, look out.
The rolling grasslands of South Africa are home to a wide variety of animal species, many of which are considered to be cultural icons, including elephants, giraffes, and lions. In addition to the land-dwelling giants, you will also find species like the hippopotamus that inhabit the various water systems. The hippo is considered to be one of the most dangerous animals in the world. And on this expedition, their possible presence would be an ever-pressing danger as we headed out onto the Bushman's River. This winding waterway was the perfect place for us to search for South Africa's largest lizard, the Nile monitor. As we drifted along, our sights were set on the steep embankments, which served as the perfect basking spot for these semi-aquatic reptiles.
So along this section of the river, you have a lot of dense grass, which could be an okay spot to find the lizards, but they really like to bask out on the rocks. Now, our guide Joe told us that just up around a couple of these bends, you do have some cliff faces. The difficulty with cliff faces is that the lizards may be higher up and tougher to catch, but if we can get them to jump down and into the water, they'll submerge and then come up and start to swim. That would give me the opportunity to actually snare from the front of the boat. Anything's possible today, guys, but trust me, you've got my word. We are going to catch one of these monitors.
Catching one of these speedy and agile lizards would be no easy feat. To catch the Nile monitor, I would need to build a snare, a tactic that has worked successfully in the past on reptiles such as the spiny-tailed iguana and spectacled caiman.
Just about 4 o'clock. The sun's starting to get low in the sky, but it's still warm enough for these lizards to be out basking. They're soaking up the last rays of the sun for today before they hunker down in their burrows for the evening. This is a diurnal species, which means that they're hunting under the light of day.
For several miles we pressed upriver, yet not a single monitor had been spotted.
Guys, the spot looks perfect, but so far we have not seen any signs of lizards. You do have burrows that are up along the edge of this cliffside here. We see birds flying around, which means there are likely nests, which we know these lizards will feed on. Just a matter of actually locating one of these giant reptiles.
The sun was beginning to get low in the sky. Then just as we were about to turn the boat back toward home, I spotted our reptilian target.
Get the camera set up. Okay, we've got a monitor lizard that is just up on top of this rock. It is basking. It may be asleep. Man, it's a tough call, guys. Do I go for the snare or do I go for the hand catch here? Okay, let's motor in really, really slow.
He is definitely onto us. I don't know if maybe he should go on land.
Let's keep cruising in slow. All right, guys, we've got the lizard just up over my left shoulder here. It has spotted us, but it has not moved yet. The goal here is for me to just glide in as close as we can and try to snare it. If I have to jump out after it, I'm just gonna drop the stick and go. Okay, there we go. Go ahead, cut the motor and get us in right toward the edge. The rope is around the lizard. I've got it. Got it. Got a good hold on him. Hold it still, hold it still.
Bring him on board. Bring him on the boat.
Bringing him up. Hold on. I don't have him under control yet. Okay, up on top of the boat. Hold on, nobody move. All right, I got him by his tail now. Whoa, look out, look out, look out. He's rearing around. Hold on, I'm gonna make for a grab. Here we go, hold on 1 second. Got a good shot. 1, 2, 3, got him. Yes! There you have it, folks. This is a powerful lizard. All right, guys, let's kind of just coast across the side there and get this reptile up close for the cameras. Look at that. A modern day dragon for you right there. Wow, one shot at it and we got our lizard. Man, that is epic. Woo! Okay, I'm gonna be real careful getting off here. All right. Hi, buddy, I see you. Okay. Wow, you can hear that lizard hissing. Okay, what I need to do is get slightly better control of the reptile. I actually want to loosen the snare here quickly. Just kind of get it off of him. Here we go. There we go. Wow. Let me turn it profile for you. Ooh, watch out for the tail, guys. Watch out for the tail. He has still got some incredible fight in him. What I don't want is to take a whip in the face from that tail. They will actually use that as a defense mechanism against any potential predator. Whoa, look at those claws. Okay, I'm gonna let him just latch onto my leg like that. Is that an okay shot for you, Mark?
It's all right, I can make you.
I mean, he's grappled onto me and I don't want to let go of his neck.
Stay there, that's good.
You can see the foam coming from the lizard's mouth. A lot of bacteria in there. I'm trying to get my hand from.
Do you want me to undo that from your hand?
There we go. Hold on. I want to kind of get the rope off. Actually, Mario, if you could help me out for a second here. I want to make sure that I don't find my fingers in the mouth of the lizard. What I'm going to do, hold on, just kind of keep him balanced out in front of me like this. There we go. Now I tethered myself to the lizard just in case it got away. That way it wouldn't escape with a rope around its body. Okay. Man, those claws are sharp.
Those are like bear claws.
Whoa, those are sharp. Let me see you here, buddy. There we go. Wow, look at its mouth open there. That is a beautiful reptile. My goodness. Okay. You got the, yeah, there you go. Go ahead, just cut it off. Okay. Just kind of feed that string out. Ow, 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 ow. Claws, claws, claws. Man, what an incredible dragon. Look at that. Okay, now I've got control, or at least I think, of the lizard. Mario, I'll give you a second to reposition yourself in the scene. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the Nile monitor. My goodness, what a gorgeous reptile. And that's a pretty decent size. Now they do get bigger. They can reach lengths of 6 feet, but this is a formidable beast, an opportunistic predator, primarily carnivorous, and they'll also scavenge on dead bodies of animal carcasses that are floating down the river system. Now, what makes these monitors specifically unique is that they're adapted for living in an aquatic environment. Look at the tail of this creature. It's flat, almost like a propeller or a rudder, and that helps them to propel their bodies through the water. Now, let's take a look at the face of this reptile. As we know, dinosaurs evolved for the most part into birds, but when you zoom in and you look at that face, you can see just how this resembles the face of a velociraptor. What's really unique about this monitor species is that the nostrils are positioned high up on the skull. That allows them to keep just their eyes and their nose above the water when they're swimming. Wow, it's looking right at me right now with incredible intelligence. Now, the monitor lizard is one of the smartest reptile species in the world. So smart, in fact, that they can be considered problem solving. And right now, this lizard's probably thinking to himself, how did I manage to get myself caught by Coyote Peterson and the Brave Wilderness team? But trust me, guys, this adventure was worth it because this is the one reptile I had hoped that we would get up close for the cameras here in South Africa. Look at all of the muscle in this lizard's hindquarters. Let me hold it upright like that. Can you see that? And the hands are like bear paws. Look at how they're just grappled onto my arm right now. You'll notice they have enormous claws. They're excellent diggers, and they will dig through the substrate, oftentimes searching for eggs. Now, in an area where you have Nile crocodiles, they will actually move in and wipe out an entire clutch of eggs in a single sitting. Let's look at the scale structure of this reptile. As I run my hand down the length of its back and over its tail, it feels exactly like I would imagine a dinosaur to feel. Now, of course, as we know, if some dinosaurs had feathers, they would be a lot fluffier. But in this instance, trust me, guys, it feels as if I am holding onto something that is 65 million years old. Actually, monitor lizards date back over 100 million years in the fossil record. Imagine something that looks just like this, only 10 times this size, roaming the countryside here in South Africa during the days of the dinosaurs. That would be intimidating.
So Coyote, that was interesting. You went for the snare. You
Yes.
weren't really sure what you were gonna do.
Well, considering the fact I really wanted to catch one of these, ouch, barehanded, knowing that it was positioned up on that embankment and I had clear space to get the snare close to its head, I figured that was the right play. Oftentimes, lizards are really curious if you dangle a string out in front of them. It doesn't look that threatening. The lizard actually raised its head up in the air, allowed me to get the snare right over top of it. I actually let the lizard move through the snare a little bit before I cinched it down, and then I had it right around its front legs and its midsection. The perfect spot to snare a reptile like this. Oh, claws going into my fingers. Man, he's got a hold of me. Hi, buddy. Look at you. Ah, I am so excited right now. And it's tough positioning here on the embankment of this river. Tough to hold on to the lizard and keep myself in position, but let me get it back like this. There we go. Well, guys, it was a long, arduous search up the river, but we finally came across the elusive Nile monitor. I'm Coyote Peterson. Be brave. Stay wild. We'll see you on the next adventure. Man, what a catch!
Over the past year, this has become the third species of monitor lizard that we have featured on the Brave Wilderness channel. And I think it's easy to see why. I have become fascinated with these predatory reptiles. Their speed and cunning agility make them incredibly difficult to catch. Their razor-sharp teeth and dinosaur-like claws make them dangerous to interact with. And when you combine all of that with their high level of intelligence, you can begin to understand why these incredible lizards pose quite the challenge to safely present in front of the cameras.
All right, guys, the most difficult part about catching a monitor is then in turn releasing the monitor. Okay, I'm gonna gently lay down here and hopefully it's going to spring off into the water. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Woo! The good news is, I still have all of my fingers. Yes!
So what's next? Let's just say it's time we visit the Island of Dragons. If you thought the Nile monitor was a challenging catch, make sure to go back and watch the episode where I climb a tree and go face to face with the lace monitor. And don't forget, subscribe, then click the notification bell so you can join me and the crew on our next wild adventure.
Oh boy, that's really high up to have caught a monitor. Now the challenge is gonna be getting back down.